It is so hot here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I have my fan on my face right now because, you know, this isn't just some dramatic effect, and that's not even enough. It's so hot right now.
Do 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 do. Ba-da-bam, ba-pow.
Hello. Hi. How are you? Good, bad, sad, mad. However you're feeling, hello. Welcome. I don't know what to say. Hence the awkwardness, the tension. Can you feel the tension? Because I can feel the tension. And guess what? I graduated. I graduated high school. Just a huge like pat on the shoulders. I graduated. I had a plan of like getting my whole cap here, but I'm just too lazy and I don't want to get up. But here's the thing, my graduation cap wasn't even my size. Honestly, I thought of wearing it and like showing it, but it would just give me war flashbacks. The hardest thing of the entire day was to keep that little piece of schmutzel on my head because it wouldn't stay on. It just wouldn't. And as I went up to the stage to receive a piece of paper, it fell off my head on stage in front of like 600 people. So that was exciting, and it didn't only happen to me, so that's okay, but I expected it to happen anyways, and I was like, YOLO, I don't care, it's okay, whatever. So the days leading up to my graduation, I felt absolutely nothing. Like, you would expect to feel sort of that like, oh, I'm done with school once and for all, and that just, I'm so happy. I felt none of it. The whole week, the weeks leading up to it, the days leading up to it, the day of, I didn't feel any of that. I was just like,
Okay, I'm graduating, whatever. That's okay, I guess.
it wasn't until I walked into the room, and it wasn't until I walked the stage, I was panicking. And once I got my diploma, I was like, I'm out. I feel sad for you kids who are just starting high school. And you know, here's the thing. You would expect going into a graduation to get like a proper diploma, you know, the one that opens up, it's like a book and it's all fancy. No, that's not what happened. I got a piece of paper, like an actual piece of paper. And it's not even a metaphor. Like, I meant like I got an actual piece of paper, a rolled up piece of paper with a fancy ribbon on it. And I was like, okay, that's it. That's it. And it's a rolled up paper that just says congratulations with my name on it. And well, when I got that, I was like, okay, okay, that's it, I guess. I mean, I'm not complaining. Actually, I am complaining. I'm happy I got it. Yeah, but it was just bland. No seasonings, no masala, no nothing. It was just a piece of paper, like an actual piece of paper. High school necessarily wasn't the best time of my life. It definitely was not the easiest, and I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. But like, when you're going through all this stuff by yourself and someone goes like, you're not alone, it doesn't really help. It's never helped me because I know I'm not alone, but like, I don't have an immediate person I can talk to about everything I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Every person who's ever told me, oh, you can come and talk to me, it's fine. Can I though? Oh my god, forgot to mention the most important part. Last night I finished volume 1 of Stranger Things. Oh my god, it was the most terrifying, vile, brutal thing I have ever seen in my entire life. The Demogorgons keep coming back. I've lost all hope in them. They've just become boring now. I have been freaking out about volume 2. I'm not gonna get into it because once I get into it, I won't shut up about it. But it's just, I've been so scared, so scared, so terrifiedly scared. Especially because there's really these two people, I really don't want them to die. And honestly, if they die, every part of me will die with them. I will start doing the Chrissy crumble right then and there. And I don't want them to die. And I think if you love the show, you probably know who I'm talking about, the two people. I just really don't want them to die because if they die, I'm dying with them. I'm not joking. I will die with them. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. I stepped into the world of teenagers and partygoers and jocks and losers and big bullies when I was like 13 years old. And I started high school in a completely new school. The thing was, it was a completely different environment from where I was before. Because where I was before, we had order, we had discipline, we had some respect for each other. But as soon as I came to this new place, it was like all of that went out the window. Like nobody knew anything about that kind of stuff. I saw the people there and I was like,
dear Lord, this is going to be scary. But I guess I'll just have to push through it.
anyways, I remember very well on my first day in this new school, I started crying. First period, like towards the end of it after it finished, it was Arabic class. Anyways, the class finished and all these kids from different classes came and I just started crying because I was sitting alone on the table with these two very, very extremely popular girls who I knew nothing about. I just felt so alone and so scared because they practically knew every single person in the class and they were friends with everyone. But I just got scared. And that one friend I made saw me and came to me and tried to comfort me, but you could tell clearly she wasn't good at handling people crying, so I just let it go and I was all good. The entire time I was in this place, I just struggled so much from my first year up until I left. In my head, I thought high school would be like me being in a coming-of-age movie. It was nothing like that. I always tried to make it that way, but it just never was that way. I was always a nice person to everyone, and even to the girls in my class, which for some reason, girls have such an attitude which I cannot explain. Like, tone it down, okay? Or you're gonna combust one day. Just calm down. Like, what's with the attitude for no reason? Like, you think you're doing something, you're not. You just look like an idiot. Because every girl in my grade just had so much attitude, and I'd smile at them, wave at them, talk to them, make conversation. These rattlesnakes would just roll their eyes at me like, you don't even know me. And the next thing I know that I hear somebody come and tell me like, oh, I heard them talk about you, so-and-so was talking about you. Like, they've never had a conversation with me and you're talking about me and you're judging me. How pathetic are you? I for sure did not have a normal high school experience whatsoever. I mean, I didn't get a prom, I didn't get a school dance, I didn't get to go to parties, which I'm fine with. I hate parties. Ugh. Like, I don't get, what do people do in high school parties from what I have seen? It'd just be like a bunch of people cooped up in someone's house. There will be like one tiny LED light on that will just start dancing out of nowhere, and then loud music will be playing and someone will like record shit and put it on their, someone will record stuff and put it on their Instagram story or Snapchat story, and it's just people jumping up and down and screaming. So I never really understood the concept of high school parties. Plus, I'm an introvert. My whole life, I dreamed of having that one perfect prom date, which I never got to live. And it was really sad because, I don't know, we were hit with like a pandemic or something like that. So clearly all my dreams were crushed in a second, faster than Thanos can snap his fingers. But, you know, it was great. It was just incredible because it really put things into perspective for me, you know. It was like, just great. I'm just never gonna have a prom, like, ever. Furthermore, I spent an entire year doing online school. When you're born, you're not born with a guidebook on how to deal with a pandemic. I certainly wasn't. So spending my second last year doing online, having the worst mental health and like freaking out about everything and studying my ass off and giving like online exams was not easy. And then there was my last year, which was right now, way better than the previous hell I was in. I'm not in school anymore. I can say whatever I want. I did not like that old place. It was pathetic. It was awful. It was a very toxic environment. All people cared about was popularity. I mean, popularity is such a primitive social construct. People, for some reason, think like if a few people know your name, you gain like a superiority complex and like, oh my god, people know me. I can be like a snake to them if I want. And I'm using big words today. That primitive social construct part I learned from Dustin Henderson, season 3 of Stranger Things, when him and Steve were looking for a blonde Russian with a black duffel bag, but turns out it was actually a jazzercise instructor, and they watched him perform his whole routine and they were just staring at him in like complete shock, and it was just like, wow. I just had to get that out of my system. When I first joined this new school, I really wanted to be friends with a lot of people. I just wanted to be friends with as many people as I could, and I realized that I actually wanted to be popular. Me back then, being popular meant just having more friends, and that's what I wanted. And for a while, I had to convince myself like that's the only way you can make friends, but in reality, popularity is stupid, okay? Every single one of them, they're all the same. They hate each other, and no matter how perfect their little friend group looks from the outside, on the inside, everyone hates each other, because that's how pathetic people are. Popularity doesn't matter, especially not outside of high school anyways. No one's gonna care that you were popular. But I did not run after popularity anymore. If I was in classes and I didn't know anyone there, I would just sit by myself, and it would be the most awkward thing ever, and my anxiety would just kick in, and I'd start freaking, and I tried my best to be calm. Anyone I spoke to had their own friends, and you just keep quiet the whole time and feel like a piece of gum under someone's table. That's how I felt. I learned it was your social anxiety, which I didn't know I had. That's a lie. I know I had it anyways. But so I switched a lot of friend groups throughout like 9th grade to 11th grade. I was friends with one group of people, but also being friends with another group of people, and I kept switching between them. I remember very vividly, sometimes I'd hide from friend group A just so one person from there wouldn't see me with my second friend group. It was exhausting and I didn't want to do it. I realized that sometimes the people you think are your friends aren't really your friends, regardless of what you think. In the end, I did find a friend group. By that time, I had like a few friends. I spoke to everyone. I was nice. People still talked about me behind my back, but after a point I realized I can't do anything about it. Even though it hurt me in the beginning, like really hurt me, like stab you on the heart kind of hurt me, I was like, hey, do I really care about you? Would I ever come and ask you for your opinion? Do I really want to hear what's coming out of your stupid mouth? No, I don't. And I know it's embedded in their nature. It's hardwired in their brain. So you can't really do anything about it. At least that's what I realized. The whole time I was in school, I would always look forward to this moment where I would just get the hell out of that place and never come back. First of all, I would say school is a 0 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend high school, but I mean, it's not like you actually have a choice. You have to do it. But I guess make it fun for yourself. I have never liked the idea of a few letters determining my worth. My grades were very important to me. If I got something a little less than an A, or almost an A, but not an A, I would stare at it for hours on end. And it would eat me up inside, and it would just kill me that I was so close to getting an A, but I didn't get an A. Sometimes it will feel like you're in a loop, and it just never stops. It's like the same day over and over again. I was reliving the same day over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day. Watch the movie Groundhog Day, Bill Murray, Andy McDowell. It's a good movie. You should definitely watch it. I mean, people always tell us, do what makes you happy, you know, follow your dreams. But then when you tell someone your dreams, you're like, oh, this is unrealistic. Go do something safe. Why do we have to live according to others? Why can't some people just not understand the fact that we don't have our lives figured out by 17 or 18? Some people don't even know what they're doing in their 20s. And that's okay. Just people need to stop putting so much pressure on others to figure their life out. It's stupid, it's annoying, but just the added pressure of knowing what you want to do when you don't know what you're doing it's too much. I'm just really glad that I got myself through this time. I struggled a lot mentally and emotionally with people, with friends, with bullies, especially bullies, with studying. And like I always like to say, and I've always believed in this saying, if you can get through high school, you can get through anything in life. Because it's a complicated time. You're figuring yourself out. You're dealing with people. It's never easy. And if you're starting high school, always remember quality over quantity. Don't make friends just because you want to have like a huge group. Never in your entire life have a huge friend group. If there's one thing I've learned, don't have a huge friend group. I hate huge friend groups. Having 2 to 3 friends is fine. never ever have a huge friend group. They will talk about you right in front of you. I know, I've faced the wrath of it. Especially hanging out, oh my god. It's so stressful to hang out with a huge friend group. Like, just shut up. Just shut up. It's so noisy and it's so annoying and overwhelming and overstimulating for your brain to deal with so many people. But I do want to say a huge thank you to every single fictional character I've had this ridiculously emotional bond / attachment with, because I don't think I'll ever be able to explain it if it wasn't for my movies and my TV shows formed this emotional bond with them, and they helped me so much. I will never ever be able to explain someone just how much they mean to me. I just love them so much. Like, every one of them, I love them so much. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun listening to me rant, and I hope you related to it in some way, shape, or form.